Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I am going to create the snake game in JavaScript. So let's get started. First we will need a HTML file and having a canvas. I have given my canvas the ID my canvas and I'm giving the display as block, border 1px solid black, and I'm margin 0 auto. So the canvas will be in the center of the screen. This canvas will have the width and height of 400 pixels. And now I'm calling my index.js file. I haven't created it yet, but I will create it soon. So here is my canvas. Okay, so now let's create index.js file, our JavaScript file, which will have all the calculation and everything. So first we will have to select our canvas, my canvas, and we need to get the context of this canvas. Okay, now I'm going to create the main function which will do all the calling of the specific snake and food objects. Okay, first let's clear the canvas with a clear rect 0 canvas width and canvas height. So every time this function will be called, the main function, our canvas will get clear first and then it will redraw everything what needed to be drawn. So let's create the snake now. It should have a radius of 10. I'm gonna create my snake using the circles, and it should have a position array draw as a function. So for let I is 0 and I is less than this dot position dot length, the snake's length, and I plus plus. So we should be able to draw the snake now. So cts.arc, let's do one thing. Let's have a variable p which should contain this dot position dot I, so I don't have to write this dot position dot I every time. I can just do p dot x, p dot y, p dot radius, sorry, this dot radius, and 0 2 into math.py. So this will create the circle math.py, right, math.py. Okay, cts.fill, cts.close path. Okay, now let's give the dimension, the coordinates for the snake. So it should be in the center of the canvas, so cvs.width by 2, and the y of the snake should be cvs.height by 2. Yeah, now let's call this function snake.draw, and let's call our main function maybe later. Okay, so here's our snake, a circle. Okay, this is the head of the snake. So we have the head of our snake of length 1 right now, and to move this snake we need to have a update function which will update the position of the snake on the canvas. To move the snake we should have a velocity, let's say, of 20, and this dot, no, maybe how to do this dot position 0 dot x, let's just move the snake's head this dot velocity, and let's call it snake dot update. What happened? Oh, snake dot update. Okay, I didn't call. Okay, sorry, main. Okay, so our snake is moving but with a very fast pace. So let's have a variable frames, and we can increase our frames whenever this function is getting called, our main function. And we should update our snake function with every 6 frames. So let's say if our game is running at 60 frames per second, so our snake will get updated for like 10 frames per second, 10 times per second, right? Our snake will move using the arrow keys. So let's have a event for the key down. By using the switch statement, we can identify our up, right, down and left arrows. So we should have a evt event parameter, and using the evt.key code we can identify which key was pressed. So 37 is for the left key, left arrow, 38 for the up, and 39 right, 40 is down. Okay, so to get the direction, to identify which key was last pressed, we should have a direction variable, direction object, having the current as 0, idle 0. If right was pressed then 1, left was pressed then 2, up 3, down 4. Okay, so if direction current is not equals to direction right, then direction current should be direction left. Okay, now let's copy this and paste 4 times, and let's just change down, up. For the right key it shouldn't be left and it should become right. For the down it shouldn't be up and should become down. Okay, all right, this looks nice. Now obviously if direction current is equals to direction right, then our snake's x position should increase, okay, so that it could move to the right side of the canvas. And to move it left, the x should decrease. For the up, the y should decrease, y value, and for down the y should increase. Okay, yeah, it's working. Cool. Okay, so now we should have food, which we have our snake and it's moving. So let's draw the food. Our food should have x and y and radius. So let's have x like y and radius. Our food is gonna be circle also. Initially let's have the food at cvs dot width maybe 4, okay, and y cvs dot height by 4, radius 10. To draw the circle, the food, let's copy this, paste. It should be not p, it should be this dot x, this dot y, this dot radius. Okay, cool. And we should have the color fill style red, and let's give our snake the color of black. Okay, the default is black, but okay, where's the food? I didn't call it. Okay, food dot draw in the main function. Here it is. Now let's eat this. Okay, so to eat the food, this is to move the snake, and we need something which can calculate the collision between food and our snake. Okay, so our snake's head, whenever our snake's head is getting a collision with the food, okay, so we should say that snake ate the food. So for that we need to have a function direction distance. Let's use Pythagoras theorem here. So the distance will be square root of x square plus y square. So snake x and snake y, food x, food x and food y. So let distance x, say get distance. So distance x is food x minus snake x, and let distance y is food y and snake y. Okay, so let's return square root of math dot power distance x to the power 2 and plus math dot power distance y to power 2. Okay, so if get distance snake's head, which is this dot position 0 dot x comma distance of snake's y position, food x and food y, if this is less than, let's say, 2 times this dot radius. Okay, our snake's head and our food both has 10 radius. Let's check this out, console.log collision. Okay, let's test it out if our code is working fine or not. Okay, so move the snake and here it is. It's working. Cool. Yeah, working. So instead of this, what we should have when our snake ate the food, then its length should get increased and our food should have a new food and it will be relocated to a new random location. So food x should be math.random into canvas.width. This math.random gives a value between 0 and 1. So our food x and value will have anywhere between 0 to, yeah, it's working. Cool. To the width of the canvas, and similar to the y position, we are taking the CVS dot height. Okay, and also we should increase the snake length and relocate create new food. Okay, so to increase the snake length, we need to push a new element in the array, the position array. So it will have x and y. So what it should have, okay, let's think about it over here. It should have the position, the coordinates of the last index. Okay, so the last index of our snake array and yeah, so what will happen, we will have, whenever we will eat the food, we will have the increased tail from the last of the array, and everything in between should be shift as the snake is moving. Okay, so how to do that? Okay, we need to have a loop which will shift our snake array's positions to the front of this to the front. So let's have a for loop. Okay, let's have a for loop. Let I is 0. I should be start from the end, so this dot position dot length, it should start from the end and it should be greater than 0. I plus plus, sorry, I minus minus, and yeah, just shift. So let be dot position I, no, this dot position I, because what we need to do is take this dot position I minus 1 dot x, that's it. And same for the y location. Yeah, we have got an error. X, this dot position length cannot set property. Okay, it should start from, I should start from this dot position dot length minus 1, right? Yes, it should start from this dot position dot length minus 1. Yeah, okay, it's working. So we have our food, we have snake, and our snake is eating the food. It's getting its length increase. So what now? So far so good. Our snake game is looking pretty good. Now what we need to do is what else we need to do? Well, we need to have our snake this dot position 0x. If it is less than 0, okay, if our snake goes to the extreme left, then it should come out from the right direction. So this dot position 0 dot x is CVS canvas dot width minus this dot radius. And for all the 4 directions we are going to do that, so that we are our snake always comes back to the canvas if it goes beyond the boundaries of the canvas, right? Okay, so let's do this. If y is greater than CVS dot height, then it should become the y should become this dot radius. Okay, let's check. Okay, it's working for all the locations, for all the directions it's working. Now what else we need to do? Everything is happening, just now our snake should be, everything is working. Now the only thing is to kill our snake if it eats its own tail, right? Yeah, just that's the only thing to do now. So it should be pretty easy. Here we are checking in a loop each and every element of the tail. So here, just if we check that particular position is equal to the head of the snake, then it's got eaten. Yeah, cool, pretty easy. So this is to check the collision with itself. It should be if condition. So if If this dot position 0 dot x is equals to this dot position I dot x, and the same for the y position, then this dot position dot splice 1. So let's check it out. Oh sorry, it should have length greater than 2. Okay, otherwise, because we are putting the new tail at the location of the last index, that's why. Okay, what again? Error, x is not defined. What the hell? Okay. Okay, if yeah, right, this thing shouldn't happen if yeah, right, so the break was missing, so the loop should end after the snake dies. Let's check this out. Yeah, it's working. Cool. Okay, so it's working. Yeah, that's it guys, this is my snake.